What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. Right now, we're sitting at $35,500. We're up about 2.66%. What I want to do today, guys, we're going to look at the technical analysis for Bitcoin. We're going to start in on the 3-day time frame and work our way in. And we're also going to get into Glassnode. We're going to be looking at the net realized profit and loss. And there's a few things that I want to show you on chain. So if you get some from these videos, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm going to try to bring it to you with just the technical analysis, without any of the hype, without anything that's going to stir you up. Just really want to look at price action, because that's what's most important right now. And there's some key areas that we definitely need to hold if we want to continue in this bull market for Bitcoin. All right, guys, so let's deal with this here and dig in. So number one main thing that I want to pay attention to here is this trend line in white. We've been looking at this for quite a while now, and this is going to be on the 3-day time frame. So what you can see is we had a touch back here, we have a touch in here, and we have a touch up here. So we have 3 points here. This is a valid trend line on the 3-day time frame. And guys, the reason why I believe that this is such a critical area for us to hold, because it's also correlating with support, and that's going to be right around, we'd say we wouldn't want to drop much below $30,000. That's going to be the spot. So you can see the support that we've been building here along with this trend line. Now, if we start having a weekly or a 3-day or a daily close below this trend line right here, the most important area that I would look for most likely is going to be down around $20,000. I know people don't want to hear that, but if we do have one of these trend line breaks, which you'll have a lot of the time here, so you'll break down, say we even go down to somewhere like this, you'll come back up, you'll test this line, and then most likely you'll go back down even a little bit farther. So we do need to pay attention to that if we start having candle closes below this trend line, okay? Because there's not a ton of support there, so this could be a big drop down to our previous all-time high around $20,000, and that's an area I would look to see if we could get some type of a bounce off of. Now, if we get into our Fibonacci retracement here, and we take it from our swing low to our swing high of this entire move here. So this is back around $3,000 all the way up to our $65,000. What you can see is that we've retraced to this 0.236. The next area that would correlate with is that 0.382, and that would be around $21,000. And here, guys, this is where it gets really crazy here, because sometimes you can have just those massive retracements. I mean, even back onto the 0.5 puts us back around $15,000. So this is definitely an area right here. You can see everything lining up to 0.23, the support area, the trend line. If that is broken, we're going to start looking down around that $20,000. And that's when things could get much more difficult here, guys. Okay, so just be aware of that. And I also wanted to look at some on-chain data for us as well. But if we work our way through this, so this is on the 3-day time frame. I'm going to work down to the 1-day. You can see we're trying to hold this as a higher low. This could still be a higher low, because if we take a look at this, here's our low, higher low. If we can hold that, that would be our higher low. We need to get back up and see if we can get over top of roughly about $40,000. That's going to be the key area for us. What you can see with our volatility stop right here, you can see in red, so they're showing that this is a pure downtrend right now. When we're in uptrends, it's green. When we're in downtrends, it's red. So you want to see if we can flip that. And right now, we basically what it's showing is if you're in shorts right now, if the price got up to around 43,000, that's when you would want to get out of your position. So we're not even looking at a bullish scenario here on the 1-day time frame with the volatility stop. Okay, if we work through the time frames, we're going to see if that's starting to switch in the shorter term. So if we get to the 12, it's still red. You can see still trying to put in that higher low. If we get into the 4 hours, still red, trying to change it here. If we get into the 1 hour, this is the first time that it has flipped green here. So if we're taking a look at Bitcoin here on the 1 hour time frame, main thing for us, we want to hold up above about 34,952 is going to be an area. Trying to get over 36,000 as overhead resistance, and be up to another tough area here at about 37,000. But guys, whenever we're looking at this now, we are fighting an uphill battle, right? So if we turn on our moving averages, you can see right now, even on the 1 hour time frame here, this 200 EMA in white is just pushing us down. So say even we got a bounce up to that at 37,700, that's something we would need to close up above, turn that into support, and keep working our way up. Okay, so just like that. So if we get into the 4 hour, now take a look at these EMAs. You can see all the power that we have, this downhill pressure that's coming down upon us. Just like when we're in uptrends, as it's acting as support, now it's acting as overhead resistance. So that's definitely something we need to pay attention to. If we get into the 12 hour, you can see, guys, the 100's actually crossing down through the 200. So I guess what I would say is, yeah, we could definitely hold this area right here, and I want to see us defend it, and hopefully we can get a nice bounce out of here, but we have a ton of work to do, guys. We have a lot of overhead resistance areas, 40,000, 47,000. This isn't even counting the moving average, 50,000. We're going to look up to around 59,000, and then that's 65,000 if we are able to get to the upside there. And then on the one-day time frame, you can see we are trading below this 200 EMA, and this is something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. We've mentioned this many times that we do not want to trade below this. We need to be holding that as support, and now you can see we hardly made it up to it, and it's acting as overhead resistance. So this is a big deal for us right now, guys, and something I wanted to point out that we have not seen for quite a while. Okay, and just factor all this stuff in, guys. I'm giving you bullish stuff, I'm giving you bearish stuff, and you come up with your plan of what you want to do. So if we look at our EMAs, this is something that has not happened in a very long time for us. Do you see this red cross right here? Okay, we have not seen that roughly since, let's see, March 13th, 2020 was the last time we saw that. You can see our green cross here, and that kicked this entire move off. And what this is going to be is our 30 EMA and our 60 EMA, and we are now crossing to the downside. So we need to get back up through that as well. And you can see these areas, guys, that's back up around 45,000 or so. So even if we get a relief rally up to that, we have a lot of work to do here. Okay, so these are just things I'm putting out there for you. We have not seen this cross in a long time to the downside. Okay, so just be aware of that. Now, if we get into the technicals, you can see, guys, things have just changed on us here. On the 1 day, we have a 16 sell, a 9 neutral, a 1 buy. Oscillators 3 sell, 8 neutral, and a 0 buy. Moving averages 13 sell, 1 neutral, and a 1 buy. If we get to the 1 week, we're a little bit more neutral there, so we're a little bit stronger in the longer term. Okay, neutral, 9 sell, 8 neutral, and a 9 buy. And then on the 1 month, we have a 2 sell, 10 neutral, and a 10 buy. So in the longer term, we're looking better. Like on the 1 month, the 1 week, the 1 day, we're having that strong sell. The 4 hours, we're still having a sell. And then the 1 hour there, like we were looking at, we are actually trying to get a buy. And that's where you just have to start flipping things. We need to conquer it on the 1 hour, and then the 4 hour, then the 12 hour, then the 1 day. And that's how these things work, guys. You know, it's not a crystal ball. It's not magic. It's looking at price action and support and resistance areas, trend lines, moving averages, what's happening with the volume. All that type of stuff is going to show you and give you evidence of where we're at in this cycle right now. Now, what I want to do here, we're going to get into glass node, and I want to show you a couple things here. And I also want you to put down low. Do you believe, guys, are we in a bear market now? Is it confirmed? Are we still in a bull market with just an extremely manipulated correction? I would love for you guys to put your opinion down low and kind of let me know where you think we're at here. So what we're going to get into here, this is going to be for Bitcoin, and what we're going to be looking at right now, this is going to be our net realized profit and loss. And something I wanted to point out to you here, if we're taking a look at this. So our cycle top 2017, do you see this green stick right here? Look how high it was. That was the profit that was taking place. That was the big whales taking a lot of profit at the top. Okay, next time we got from about 3,000 up to 14,000. You can see it wasn't as much profit, but this is when the big dogs up here were taking profit as well. And now take a look at what we're dealing with here, guys. Look at these super long profit taking in green, and that was right around the top there of 60,000. They actually started when we were at about 45,000 or so, 40,000. We had a really big sell order right there, but as we continued to move up, you can see how much selling there was by these whales. So we definitely want to pay attention to that. And then what you can see here on the back side, you can see this massive loss here in pink. And that was all those retail people, guys, like we talked about. When I heard people saying Dogcoin is going up to, you know, $5 and they're going to be millionaires off that, that's to me when I was getting a little concerned, and I was also looking at stuff like this here. So, you know, you always have to pay attention to it and be aware of what's actually taking place. So if we look at our realized profit now, look at this, guys. Look at these yellow sticks right up top here. Look at the profit last time at the top of the market cycle. Even here in 2013 when we weren't near as big, you can see the volume right there. Okay, same deal. Top right here. You can see these long sticks. So take a look at what we're dealing with here with our realized profit. A lot of the whales have taken a ton of profit here. Now, if we take a look at the loss, realized loss. And also, guys, if you appreciate me doing the glass node and you enjoy this type of stuff, please let me know down low. Smash that like button. So what we're looking at here, realized loss. Take a look on this backside here. Look how much retail loss there was. Look how high this stick is right in this range. Okay, guys, so there's a lot going on here. Now, if we get back to our home, I want to show you a few different things, and you let me know what you're seeing from these charts. So addresses, new addresses, 24-hour change minus 19. Active addresses about flat right there. I want to show you a few different things here. Number of whales, we have 1,928. That's about flat. Active entities, minus 6.59. Let's see here. These were the things I wanted to show you here. So top and bottom indicators, a few different things. So if we get into our, let's see here, guys. It's one I wanted to show you. Let me make sure. I want to get into my favorites here. Might have been the reserve risk. Bear with me for a second. Okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. So this is going to be the reserve risk, and what it says here, reserve risk is defined as price/HODL bank. It is used to assess the confidence of long-term holders relative to the price of the native coin at any given point in time. When confidence is high and price is low, there is an attractive risk to reward to invest. Risk to reward is low. When confidence is low and price is high, then risk to reward is unattractive at that time. So when we're taking a look at this, something I want to point out for you here. So you can see back in even 2011, we got really high, even up above the red. All right. Then in 2013, same deal, we got into the red. Okay. You can see in the orange here, as well as price. And then we got into it again with the double bubble. So we got up into the red, and then we'd have these massive sell-offs. And the areas that you want to basically accumulate is when price is down in the green here. Okay, so those are all good buying opportunities. When you get up in the red, that's when you want to be getting out of your position. So take a look here as well. 2017-18, when we had that blow off top, we got right into the middle of the red here. Okay, now what I want to point out was this is either diminishing cycles or we have not got there yet according to this chart. Okay, so you can see the high here. Then you can see a lower high. This we got up a little higher high. Lower high, and what I'm hoping is that this isn't just diminishing cycles. Okay, so all we got up to at this point for the reserve risk was 0.007. The highest we had been before was up to around that 0.07, so much higher when we're taking a look at this scale here. But this time when we got up to around $60,000 or so, 65,000, we were not even up into the red there. So guys, is this a massive correction before we have that final pump up into these areas? Or is this just diminishing cycles and we're not going to get there this time? Right? Let's take a look at a few more here while I have you guys here. Okay. So this is another one I want to point out here. This is the Puel multiple. And what you can see here, guys, at cycle tops, we get up into the red here. We've had numbers as high as 10 on the side. We've had 10, we've had 9. Over here, we got roughly to about 7 or so at the top. This time, we got as high as about 3, 2.5 to 3 in that range, and we did not even hit this red up in here. So either this is diminishing cycles, guys, or we still have the potential to have one more big leg up into this area here. Okay, same deal. When you see it in green, those are great buying opportunities. And right now, it's just that really tough spot for us. You can see when we got up to about $14,000, we did not hit that. And then we went all the way back down in terms of the price and gave it up before we started again. Okay, got one more for you here. And hopefully you guys like this stuff. Just want to show you where we're at. Taking a look at the on-chain data here. So if we go back to the top and bottom indicators, this one I really like to pay attention to. We're going to go NUPL. And this gives us a really good explanation of what's taking place here, guys. We're actually going to do it on the white. It might show you a little bit better. Okay, so each time price, when you see it hit the blue, those are great selling opportunities. That's when you want to be selling your Bitcoin. When it gets down here into the capitulation area in red, that's when you want to be buying. Those are great buying opportunities. And what I want to show you here is, so this whole cycle, we had our capitulation in red. Then we actually went up to our orange, which is hope. Then yellow was optimism. Then we got into the green, which was belief. Okay, we never hit that blue. We did not hit that euphoria. But something I was talking about, guys, is this same deal, diminishing cycles. See how high we were up here? We got lower here. We got lower here. And then does this just mean we're not going to get up into that blue? That's something that I'm looking at as well. Because we did not hit that euphoria or greed. And typically when we do touch that, that's when we start completely selling off. The bull market's done. We're going to be in that bear market, and we start going downhill. Okay, but what you're seeing now on this backside, as we're starting to get into the yellow here, we're getting into that anxiety where everybody's anxious right now, wondering if the bull market is going to continue or if this is it. Okay, so when I'm looking at these things, I would love your opinion and tell me where you think we're at. Are we going to push up again and get into that blue, and we're going to see that greed, or is this just diminishing cycles and we're not going to get there? If we calculate this with the price, you can see the top here, basically top, blue, top right here, blue, top here, blue, and top back here, blue. We have not seen it this time as we've rolled over in this complex head and shoulders pattern is what I was calling it for quite a while. Okay, so is this cycle done? That's what I would like to know from you guys. Or do you believe we're going to continue to dip down a little bit more, and then we're going to rip up and we're going to finish and we're going to get those little dots up here in the blue, and that would be the time to sell? So we're going to keep an eye on this chart, guys. Remember, when we see the red, that capitulation, that is amazing times to buy. When you see that blue with this, the net unrealized profit and loss, that's when you want to be getting rid of your positions and taking that profit. So we did make it up into the belief. We got high up into the belief, but we have not hit the euphoria yet. So I would love to know if you think we're going to hit that or not, or if it's over for Bitcoin in terms of the bull market, and we're going to have to deal with this bear market for a while here, guys. Would love your opinion. Just wanted to lay everything out there for you. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless you all. Take care.